In simpler words, alliteration is the repetition of similar sounding consonant sounds in a sentence or a verse of a poem or a clause. Wherever we find a group of words and we find repetition of similar sounding consonant sounds, we say that the literary device of alliteration has been used by the writer. If you find two words, three, four, or more words starting with the same consonant sound, you have a case for alliteration there. Before we get to the examples, let's try to understand an important point. Why do we say similar sounds and not similar letters while defining such terms as alliteration? The answer is simple but very important. There could be words that start with the same letter but their sound is not the same. Let's take the example of two words, cat and chat. Both of these words, as you can see, start with the letter C, but do they start with the same sound? The answer is no. Cat starts with the sound k, while as chat starts with the sound ch. Let's take another example, the word city, C-I-T-Y. This also starts with the letter C, but it starts with the sound s. So, there could be words that start with the letter C but with the sound k, like cat, cricket, could, can, and so on. There could also be words that start with the letter C but with the sound ch, like chat, chart, children, chill, choke, and so on. There could also be words that start with the letter C but with the sound s, like city, circus, cinema, celebrity, cigarette, scent, and so on. This is the reason why in the English language and in many other languages as well, the number of letters of the alphabet are lesser than the number of speech sounds or phonemes of the language. For example, in English we know that we have 26 letters in the alphabet, right? But we have 44 speech sounds. 24 of them are consonants and 20 of them are vowels. If you do not yet know what consonants are, there is no need to worry. For now, you can simply remember that all sounds that are not vowel sounds are simply consonant sounds. And there's a very easy way to find out whether in a given passage the word starts with a vowel sound or a consonant sound. We know about articles, right? In English we have three articles, a, an, and the. Let's leave the third one aside and for now just concentrate on the first two, that is a and an. All words that take article a before them start with a consonant sound, and all words that take the article an before them start with a vowel sound. For example, a cat, a dog, a woman, a man, all of these words take the article a before them, so all of these start with a consonant sound and not a vowel sound. On the other hand, we have the example of an inspector, an idea, an apple, an orange. All of these words take the article an before them, so that indicates that these words start with a vowel sound instead of a consonant sound. So as the guy in the beginning of the video said, if you find two words, three, four, or more words starting with the same consonant sound, you have a case for alliteration there. So we need to find out if or whether there is a repetition of a consonant sound. Remember this very important point. We are only concerned with consonant sounds and the repetition of consonant sounds and not the vowel sounds when we talk of alliteration. Let's take an example. All my classmates are changing their city. In this sentence, we have three words, classmates, changing, and city. All of these three words start with the same letter, that is letter C. But do they start with the same sound? Let's find out. Classmates starts with the sound k, while as changing starts with the sound ch, and city starts with the sound s. So, is this an example of alliteration or not? No, a big no. Three words, whether or not they start with the same letter, we are not concerned with that. What we are concerned with is the sound that they produce. And in this case, ch, s, and k do not match, so this is not alliteration. Let's take another example. Peter Parker picked Mary Jane in his arms. In this sentence, in this example sentence, we have again three words. Peter Parker picked. All of the three words start with the same letter, that is letter P, but do they start with the same sound? Yes, the sound P. Peter starts with P, Parker starts with P, picked starts with P again. So, in this example, we have three words starting with the same consonant sound, because P is a consonant sound. That's why we say alliteration has been used. Let's take another example. Katrina Kaif killed her kitten. In this sentence, we have four words. Katrina Kaif killed kitten. Four words that start with the same letter of the alphabet, that is K. But what we have to find out and what concerns us is whether all of these start with the same sound. We have Katrina that starts with the K sound, Kaif that starts with the K sound again, and killed. Again we have the K sound, and kitten. Again we have the K sound. So, absolutely, this is a case for alliteration. Let's take another example. Can Katrina quit smoking? Listen to that again. Can Katrina quit smoking? Again we have three words. Can Katrina quit? Three words starting with three different letters. Can starts with C, Katrina starts with K, and quit starts with Q. But do they start with the same sound or a different sound? Let's see. Can starts with K sound, Katrina starts again with K sound, and quit again starts with the K sound. So, again we have a case for alliteration here. So, my dear friends and fellow learners, what are the key things, key points that we need to remember to find out or recognize this phenomenon of alliteration? The first one, of course, is if you find two words, 3, 4 or more words starting with the same consonant sound, you have a case for alliteration there. The second thing to remember is that it does not at all matter whether the 3 words, 4 words, 5 words, however many there are, whether they are starting with the same letter. It does not matter at all. What matters is whether the words start with the same sound. The third thing that we learned is that there could be words that have a similar letter in the beginning, but the sound that they produce is not the same. The fourth thing that we learned today is that there could be words that have different letters in the beginning, but they could be producing same sounds. In the first case, we do not have a case for alliteration, but in the second case, we do have a case for alliteration. Thank you for watching. I hope I was able to help. If you like the concept of the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you'd like to check my other channels, please go ahead. The links are provided in the description.